Shane Lindsay, the girls' basketball head coach, has been coaching for 22 years.
I started off, coached 1 year at North Delta Academy in Batesville, and then got a job and coached 11 years at Water Valley, and then 6 years at Oxford, and now this is my 6th year here at Lafayette.
With all of his years of coaching experience, a team quarantine was a new challenge for Coach Lindsay.
You know, we knew there was always a possibility of that, so we tried to have plans, but for something like this year, you really can't plan for it. We had played 2 games, and then all of a sudden, we had several positives, and they had to shut us down. Ended up shutting football team down, school down, so we're out a month at the beginning of our basketball season. I talked to the girls over the quarantine time, just checking on them, make sure everybody's okay. And the way we got out of quarantine, or the way we set up the time frame, we actually had a game on a Tuesday, and we were out of quarantine on that Monday. And I literally, talked to the girls and said, do we want to play or not? And they said, yes, let's play. So we had 1 day of practice and then played a game. So you really can't prepare for these kind of things. You can, in a sense, prepare for players to miss time. There's nothing different than an injury, so to speak, or an illness. But when the whole team goes down, it makes it difficult. You just do what you can. We had opportunities to make games up here and there over the Christmas break. I decided that we really just needed to get back in the gym and just practice. So we really weren't able to, not able, but we decided against making up some games and just really focus on ourselves. We've got a very young team. Felt like they needed, and of course playing games would help, but felt like we just needed to practice a little bit more. So instead of playing games, we decided to, really focus on ourselves. The girls have been great. I think a lot of them understood that there was a chance. Then at the same time, I've got a bunch of young girls, so they're, in the beginning, kind of walking around like, what do we do? How is this supposed to go? Because, they were new to the team. But overall, they've really done really well through it. I've been very proud of them. There hasn't been any complaining or any of that, kind of stuff going on. They just want to play like any athlete does. And we've just tried to keep them focused on, on playing basketball.
Another challenge the team had to face was youth. Without a senior on the roster, Coach Lindsay had to rely on younger players.
All schools go through it, where they, just don't have a very big, senior class or junior class, or, there's a small class in there somewhere every once in a while. We're at a year this year where, we don't have any seniors, and you need that senior leadership. Well, we're lacking in that area. But the older girls, they are starting to take leadership roles. Take it as a challenge. Because they've been part of very successful teams. This year's been tough on us. We had an injury at the beginning of the year, where she's not playing this year because of a torn ACL. So I've had a lot of young girls, freshmen, have to step up and take on those roles. They're growing up, and that's always a good sign, for the future. But we've taken some lumps this year. But I think every game we're getting better. They're learning. Everybody's learning different roles. So overall, I'm really excited and proud of the team this year, and of course the future as well. The team voted on captains, and they voted 4 juniors: Tiara Shaw, Dee Dee Shaw, Shemai Pettis, and Karizma Norphlet.
I started playing basketball around the 4th grade. I've been at Lafayette when I was in the 7th grade after I came back from Texas.
What got you into basketball?
The fact that my parents were really into basketball, and that we always watched the Lakers when Kobe and them were on. I mean, pretty much as a team, we haven't changed. but like we still have to take the precautions of having COVID. And then even though sometimes we can't be around each other all the time like we want to, we still have other ways to connect, like texting, calling, group chats, stuff like that.
And with the girls voting on those players to be the captains, to be the leaders, then yeah, that's who we're counting on. They're not seniors; they're juniors. They've all played, so they know what it takes to be successful. They know the kind of work that you have to put in. So I look to them, to help lead the girls, show the girls what it takes to have a successful year, to have a good team, and they're doing it. None of them are very vocal. They're all kind of quiet. The whole team's kind of quiet, but they're starting to step up. They're starting to understand that someone's got to be in control. And like every team I've ever coached, I tell them, I said, look, it is y'all's team. As coaches, we're going to give you the tools to be successful, but in the end, they're the ones that have to be on the floor and make decisions in a hurry.
Well, Coach Lynn, he's an amazing coach, honestly. Like, even if you're having a bad day, he like instantly picks that up and he picks your day up. And some coaches don't realize that. And then other times it's just like, because Lindsay gives you the information, even if you don't understand it, he even breaks it down even more so you understand it. Even if some girls are like that though, and he gets that people make mistakes, and then that has the girls feeling like, okay, maybe I can make a mistake, but you got to make up for it. So pretty much that's what it is. Like in the past, like the captains that I had, they were serious. Yeah, we're a little bit more playful group because, that's just how our generation is. But it's still the same. We're still hardcore, still trying to push each other either way. Right now, I'm just pushing myself to be a good example for the younger girls because we're a really young team, and that to lead them as best as I can and help them be better in their future.
The team finished strong and ended up second in the district with a
This has been a very challenging year. Something I don't think anybody ever thinks they're going to have to go through. Over the years, I've had several players out at the same time because of the flu or injuries, and it's you work through it. This year, being quarantined for a month, not being able to practice over the summer. Different kinds of, when we're in hybrid schedule, only having part of my team here, all been really big challenges. As a coach, I got to do some things that I haven't done in a while as far as practicing wise, and so that was kind of neat for me to kind of scale back and do more individual type practices, which I think has paid off. But it's been interesting. I hope we don't have to go through it again.